So I feel like a lot of you are crashing out right now and you're feeling like this somehow makes you feel unworthy of showing up, of being paid, or that you have to perform because you're crashing out and things are not so aesthetic and not so the way you deem something to be worthy of payment, attraction, love, time, whatever the fuck your brain is trying to tell you. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. I want you to understand the flip side of the brain and make this a friend. Make this part of the story. Make this part of something that is the thing that makes you actually insanely lovable. And so in today's episode, I want to talk about how you can crash out and still stay hot and share some of the tips that I have found along the way of my many crash outs and my many spills in life and the tribulations and the trials and the things of being tested, because we're on this journey of perpetual growth and evolution of this lifetime, which means we're going to constantly be tested. It's so fun. So if you're in that season right now, I feel you and I love you. And I also want you to know you don't have to make it a lesson right away. You don't have to try and fix it right away. You don't have to try and make meaning out of it. I know you coaches that listen to this podcast, you like try and make it something right away. And I get it because I used to do that a lot. But in my fine ripe age, I found that you actually just get to be a human. And it doesn't mean anything about you. You get to experience the full spectrum of life. Like, that's the whole point of being human in this human realm and experiencing these things, is to actually experience them without needing to move out of it. Us as humans, it's like you want to move so quick out of the discomfort, like somehow it makes it bad or wrong or something is happening, versus feeling what it feels like. Truly. Like, your sales don't need to dip because you're crashing out. Your life does not need to blow up. Everything else does not need to happen in quote unquote threes. Like, the story of this season or this time, this year, this time every year, this happens. Or because of like all of these stories that we have inside of our brain, it's a story. It's a story. And it doesn't have to keep compounding. It can just be in your life something that is just happening. And some things suck, and some things are lessons, and some things are amplifiers, and some things are expanders. And if you're in that season of crashing out right now because it's not going as planned, well, why don't you look at it and figure out, why is it course correcting you? It doesn't happen unless something was meant to get course corrected. And so that's one of the first things. That's actually not one of the things of how to get through this, but I just am thinking of some clients right now that are going through some heavy shit. And this story of it being too heavy, so therefore it feels like they can't create, and you feel like you need to outsource your genius, so you're overusing AI or you're over relying on outside sources to remind you of your power. And I want this episode to be something that reminds you how easy this gets to be. Life is not meant to be as hard as the humans make it. Like, it is difficult, don't get me wrong. There are hard things to do, but the compounding of struggle that comes with this heat of life is really fascinating for me to witness. I too, like, I have a very dark, twisted, fucked up brain. Like, don't get me wrong, but I have spent so many years and thousands of dollars in therapy to just be able to witness this stuff as passing and fleeting and not make it wrong, and have really been able to master my brain. It's one of my favorite things that I am very proud of, because I have had very dark times in my life, that now when things come up and situations arise, I can witness them without needing it to compound, without needing it to affect something else, without needing it to be impacting my work, or like I can't show up, or I can't, I don't know, do the things I need to do. And I know right now, like even in this launch of the NAP content challenge, this applies. Like, moms, we have this notion of like everything needs to be perfect and all my ducks need to be in a row, and then I'm gonna be an authority, and like I can't have spit up on my arm, which I might still have if you're watching the video. Yep, I do. Spit up on my arm, or my house can't be a mess, and I have to look a certain way, and I have to make sure my roots are done and my filler is all top notch, because this is the era of social media and we have to look a certain way until we can actually sell something or do something. And it's not true. Like, brand is very important. The way you represent yourself is very important. You can't just be a mess all the time, but you are allowed to have things going on, and then to be able to like task switch. Like, that has been the entire last year and a half of my life, is like there's been really big shit going on, and just coming into work and being with my son or being with my family or being with my friends, like being able to task switch and not just get so stuck in the emotion and continue the crash out and just make it worse, but to be able to compartmentalize, to be able to understand one thing can suck while not making all the other things suck. I had this mentor one time talk to me and say, well, she didn't talk personally to me, she said it in a thing where, how often do we let joy interrupt our sadness? Because we often let our sadness interrupt everything. We're sad, we're angry, it interrupts our entire day. We keep talking about it, we keep compounding it, we keep bringing it into different stories and narratives and works and lessons and things. And we have to unpack it and keep unpacking it and keep talking about it and keep doing it. And all of a sudden, a week has gone by and we're still letting this thing affect us. But we don't let joy do the same thing. You know, when someone gifts us something or someone goes out of their way to do something, even open a fucking door, like these simple gestures, there's so many spaces and pockets of joy that we don't let that interrupt our sadness, but we let anger and fear and sadness interrupt our joy. And it's just something really interesting to witness in the human mind. Like, our amygdala is just such a funny thing that runs rampant in pretty much everything. And so I'm going to talk to you today about, let's see how many I have here, 5 different ways that I have learned to be able to not turn it off, but compartmentalize, to be able to still show up, to be able to still do life, to be able to be a human in this human realm and understand that I'm asking for a big life, and that's going to end up having a lot of responsibilities and a lot of hiccups and a lot of things that don't go as my plan, but there's always a better plan because it's from God. And so it's my job to listen. And so there's things I do when I'm like in that crash out that have helped me show up, and I feel like it's going to help you who is navigating some sticky little pickles right now. And so the first one is, do one thing for yourself before you do anything for anyone else. And so this is hard as a mom, I'm not even going to lie, but recently I have been waking up with my son, and we will wake up and I noticed my mind playing tricks on me. I believe I covered this in a podcast. It might have been in a masterclass. I don't know. Mom brain. But I noticed my brain getting caught in this like cycle of just like arguments that were unfinished, like things that were just not good, or like thought patterns, like things like that. And so I've been waking up and there's this like Positive Mind podcast. Like, there's so many of them, and I just play these affirmations or these YouTubes in the morning for me and my son. I swear it's impacting his mood too. It's so fun. And he'll like smile now because he knows the guy's voice. Like, he'll smile when I turn him on. It's the cutest thing. And it's a moment for myself. And then we'll go outside, and because he's distracted, like my son, obviously it's hard as a mom because you're pouring into your family as soon as you wake up, and I'm not someone that's going to wake up early in order to pour into myself. I tried that. That sucked. And because the rest of the day, you're just even more tired. So I will wake up, we'll do our affirmations, I'll make myself my coffee, and then we'll go outside, and he'll just be overjoyed by watching everyone walk their dogs. He'll like be petting trees, like he's just overjoyed to climb on a whole bunch of shit. And I get to have 5 minutes of peace of drinking my coffee warm. And I kid you not, this has changed my life. It sounds so dramatic, but it's 5 minutes to myself. Yes, so obviously I'm like watching my kid, but like I'm not having to like clean my house or run to answer DMs or run to answer Telegram or do emails or anything. It's like my morning is mine and my son's. I've made that the thing. Affirmations, I have my coffee, we go back inside, he gets his play, we have our breakfast, we go on a walk, we go to the gym. So there's this time period where it's just like, this is mine. It's also, I found a hack as well. When we are walking to our, like I live by this forest preserve that we go to walk in every single day in the morning. So on the way there, I'm fully with my son. Like, I am with my son, we're talking, we're yapping, we're doing our things. On the way back is when I finally go into my Telegram and I'm answering things, or I'm voice noting Claude and I'm dropping all this knowledge onto my work. But like on the way there, it's for myself. This is a hack from an ex-boyfriend of mine, actually, because I would come home just like anxious all the time. And he's like, why don't you, on your walk there, it's work and stuff, and on the way back, it's for you. I was like, that's actually fucking genius, because you go on these walks and they're meant to be for you. But if you're like me and you have just like, you're all air sign, like I'm a double Libra with an Aquarius moon. I am all air sign. There are no feet on the ground. Constantly thinking of something, constantly ruminating, constantly creating. I'm a huge creator. I'm lots of ambition, lots of drive, lots of ADHD. And so I'm constantly thinking about something. And so I forget to like breathe and stare at trees a lot. Like I would love to say I'm like a person that I'm so grounded. No, I'm really not. Like I have to work on that. And so I have just found these things to be really, really helpful when I'm in the midst of crashing out. It's just like, how can I find 5 nuggets of me, even as a single mom, even as these things, like how can I find 5 nuggets for myself, even if it's 2, if I just have to breathe, like maybe it's raining and we can't go, like how can I just have him do something for a second so I can just remember to breathe into my belly instead of my forehead and just chill for a second. So figure out something that works for you. It doesn't have to be your 8-hour morning routine anymore that everyone says you need. It's just like you really do only need just a second of remembering you come first, always. And to really put that into your soul and into your routine in whatever way that works. Sometimes I even say my affirmations into my coffee, and then I drink my coffee and it feels like it's going into me. Just some things, like these are just some ideas you can throw in. My second one is, I really want you to, when you're feeling like you're crashing out and just life is heavy and things are going on, I want you to get dressed like you might just so happen record something. Like maybe you won't. Maybe you'll just sit on the couch all day. Maybe you'll do nothing. Maybe you'll like binge watch The Summer I Turned Pretty or Off Campus. Like maybe you'll do these things. Or maybe you'll finally move through your mood, and in the midst of your chaotic breakdown, crash out, however you want to call it, you get spiked with inspiration, and you don't want to lose that. Like an artist, we come up with the best shit when we're crashing out. And so when you're crashing out, be prepared to create from that crash out. Don't pressure yourself to need to create. Like this is a really big caveat, like asterisk there. Don't pressure yourself to need to create. But when we let emotions move through us, and we're fluid human beings, and like things can interrupt our sadness, you know what I mean? And like you might get hit with a wave. And so something that always makes me feel good is to feel good. I might just be in a grout fit. You guys saw me wear that same grout fit for 3 days. You want to know fucking why? If you were watching my social media page, and if you weren't, that's rude. But if you were, I wore the same grout fit for 3 days. Why? Because I felt good in that grout fit. Weirdly enough, I felt really hot. Hence why I was filming a lot. It's like, I feel really good in this. And it's comfortable, and it looked cute enough to film in, and I did my makeup and I did my hair and I felt great. And I was able to move through my life in the way that I wanted. It didn't need to be done up. It didn't need to be some type of outfit like I normally wear. It was just this fun grout fit, or I borrowed my sister's like tan matching set, and I was like, this feels fun for me. I can film in this. That's all you need to do. Like it doesn't need to be this huge thing, but like do makeup. I understand you're busy. I understand your kids are climbing all over you. Everyone feels better when they have some blush on. Put some effort into yourself. You deserve it. I really don't understand this whole thing of like moms being like, I don't have time to put makeup on. I'm like, then teach your kids to play independently a little bit. Like it's just, I'm not here to give parenting advice by any means, but like if you're telling me that, you don't need to do like the deep makeup contour, all the kind of things, but you can put some mascara and blush on and it feels great. And then you put more on, and then you put more, and then you feel better, and you realize how good it feels to like take care of yourself. And the more you take care of yourself, the better you are as a mother. And the better you are as a mother and the better you take care of yourself, the more money you make. It goes hand in hand, the math. And if that's the goal, to be hotter and richer, we should start doing things to make that happen and getting a different result instead of doing the same thing every day expecting a different result. That's not how it works. Does it? No. Okay, number 3 is move your bodies even when you don't want to. This is a huge one that I'm in right now because it is like 8,000 degrees here in Florida, and going out for a walk is basically impossible after 10 a.m. And I like need to move. I need to move my body. I need to do the things, and I especially need to do it like in the morning, but also going to the gym with my kid. Like I have maybe 25 minutes to fit it in. And like things going on, my hormones crashing, like a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. But you want to know what happens if Laura Patricia Martin doesn't go to the gym? She's a fucking psychopath. And so I need you, even if you're crashing out, to commit to moving your body. Get a walking pad. There's a walking pad behind my camera right now. Like, do something. I have these sliding discs so I can do Pilates on my carpet. I have weights that I have at home. I have ankle weights. Like, do the things. It might not be your full circuit workouts. Like, I am not in the best shape of my life right now by any means, but I do move. And that's the goal. I don't make the goal being something that I know I'm not going to hit and then just would make it worse for me. But right now, realistically, and this is going to be the next one that I talk, things have to be simplified. I'll get into that later, but make sure you're moving your body in some type of way. It helps your mood, it helps your brain, it helps your body, it helps your nervous system. Like getting out of your own way, just fucking do it. You're not going to want to do it. You're crashing out. Of course you don't want to do it. It's going to be the last thing you want to do on your list. Do it anyways. It's going to make you feel so much better about yourself. And then going into the fourth one. So what I was saying is like, I'm not in the best shape of my life right now. The fourth one is simplifying everything until you make it stupid simple. And what this, I'm like looking at my notes. I'm like, what was I trying to say here? And how did these blend together? And let me see if this is yourself. No. Okay. So what I was saying is I'm simplifying everything, which means sometimes things have to give, which means my insane workout routines that I normally do, I just don't have the time to do them anymore because I'm more focused on this certain season of my business and obviously raising my son, and something's got to give. And so I've simplified my workouts. I'm not doing the same thing 6 times a week. I'm doing them 3 times a week and then walking the other times. Like, it's okay. I'm simplifying it. It's not gone. I'm not looking to be in the most insane shape of my life right now because I have these other buckets that I'm looking to be very successful in. And then I go back to the other thing. It's okay. I'm not crashing out about that. But what I want you to do is I want you to look at where can you simplify your life until it's literally stupid simple. Maybe it's you just have one offer. Like, let me tell you about all the things that I'm doing. So I have only one offer that's leading to another offer. I have many intro, like freebie things for people to get into, but like I've trimmed down my entire product suite to one thing. This is the one thing I'm going to be known for. This is the one thing that you can buy. I used to have so many masterminds running. I had so many programs running. I was constantly in the loop with people. I was constantly keeping up with different topics for different things, and it worked and it made me a lot of money. I don't regret any of that. It just doesn't work for this season of my life. So I've just trimmed everything where I'm like, what actually needs to be done? What will light me up so I'm a better mom? And what will give me energy so I'm a better mom? And what am I actually really good at? So it's easy for me to show up to and like create from, and then how can I hold the room, build this, do the things. Hence why I'm doing the nap content challenge. That's going to lead into my upcoming offer. It's called Present and Paid, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. But I've just simplified it so much so that it's stupid and I can do it with 2 brain cells. So where can you start to look at your life where it's like, okay, if you're crashing out and it's a season of crashing out and things are going on, how can you simplify your life? This is not the time for you to fucking have an ego crash out too, where you just need to prove yourself and do all the things and add 18 other things to your list. Absolutely the fuck not. What is the thing that is going to make you richer? What is the thing that is going to give you your dream life? What is the vision for your life? Like, don't forget that and focus. Focus. Don't go from your ego. Don't go from whatever proving wound of whatever crash out experience you're going through right now. Like, that is just going to be a mess you have to clean up later. Talking from experience. Focus on the one thing. Focus on that. And then build on that because you have 2 brain cells right now and like a disrupted nervous system. Don't try and add anything, and also don't try and like burn everything to the ground. Just be like, okay, what is the thing that's working right now and how can you dedicate all of your focus to that? And once it's done for the day, be done. You don't have to be growing all of these other things and trying to scale your company while you're crashing out. Actually, I highly recommend not doing that because again, you're probably going to be cleaning that up later. Okay. And the 5th one and the final one is let yourself rest without making it mean something. A lot of the times when we're crashing out, you overproduce, you overfunction, and you feel like you need to like prove yourself, and it's really unnecessary. Like, it's just one of these things. I did this when Luca was in the NICU, and it's, survival lizard brain, and it's okay if you do it, but if you're listening to this and it's happening, catch yourself in it, because the way I like to phrase this when this is happening with my clients is like, if your daughter is going through this right now, what would you be doing? How much softer would you be making her life? How much easier would you be making her life? How much permission would you give her to be human? And then why are you not doing that to yourself? Sometimes we say friend and say da 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 da. I like to think of my actual children, and like a girl, because we like to make their life a little bit softer. It's like, if she was experiencing the thing that you're going through right now, how would you respond to her? How would you be showing up to her? How would you be giving space to her? How would you be recommending she take space? What would you be taking off her plate? How would you be encouraging her? What would you be sending her every day? How would you be, that's exactly who you are. It's you. And so there's things you're experiencing right now, and you don't have to tough through them. You don't have to make it a lesson. You don't have to get over it. You don't have to prove yourself. You just have to be. The fastest way through it, and I don't mean like avoidant of pain fastest. I mean, so it doesn't last the rest of your fucking life, whatever it is you're going through, is to actually experience what it is you're going through, which means being very, very gentle with yourself. Don't get into victim mode where you're not fucking doing shit. Like, that shit bothers me. But like, I think more of you in my audience are more of the like overfunctioner, kind of trying to like overproduce and get through it and trying to make it mean something so that you can figure out why it happened and find meaning behind it, and then diagnose it, and then find everything on TikTok and Instagram so you can find theories that confirm these thought beliefs, and you're trying to like make sense of something that doesn't need to be made sense of. I know this is like a weird human concept, but not everything has to be made into meaning. Some things just fucking happen. And you'll see why they happen, what they corrected in you to shift, but you don't need to figure out someone else's behavior so that it makes sense to you, and you don't have to deal with abandonment or rejection wounds or whatever it is that you're dealing with. You can just allow their behavior to be and witness what it shifts in you and what opportunity it opens up for you. And the only way that's going to happen for you is if you actually allow yourself to rest and be and heal and spend time with people that really truly love you and want to hold space for you and want to be there for you and see you in the highest. Like, that is the point of this season. And so I want, more than anything, for you to just be okay with intense emotions, and to understand you can still sell, you can still show up online, you can still experience life, you can still laugh, like you can let joy interrupt your sadness, you can still make love, you can still date, like you can still go do stuff, even though things are heavy. And more importantly, you can still get rich. This might actually be the thing that makes you more rich if you understand how to use it properly. Like, every time I experience something in life, I always say it's about to make me so fucking rich. It's sick. You can take that if you want. So, with that being said, for those of you that are looking to get so rich from social media and turn your content into cash, I hate when people say that because it's so fucking overused, but like, you turn your crash out into cash. That's better for us. And you're someone that has very limited time, and you're like, social media, I know how important it is. And every time you go to show up on social media, you like turn into this imposter poser and like trying to fake it and trying to perfect everything. And like, you should kind of lose all heartbeat and personality, which makes social media, one, take longer, and is like the last thing on your list that you want to do, even though you know you need to be doing it. Okay, then get your butt into the nap challenge. We're going to kick off July 27th until the 31st. And it's only $27 because I'm insane. So it's going to be it's hands down already becoming my favorite program, because it's the only challenge I see on the internet that's made for moms. Oh, all about doing this. Like, things are not made for moms. Have you guys noticed that? That's just not made for moms, other than validating your guys' experience, but actual business strategy. It's not made for moms. So I'm making something that's made for moms. And so I'm so excited, and I just want to invite all of you in there. And if it's not you, make sure you invite a friend that wants to make money, doesn't want to miss the golden years of her childhood, could really make bank and like change her family's dynamic if she really threw herself into something and wanted, and is also seeking to be in a space of entrepreneurial moms. Like there's not a lot of spaces like that, hence why I'm making this as well. So just send this out to whoever it is. And my ask, please, 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 I should have said this at the beginning, go subscribe and leave a review. You guys have no idea how much it means. And I forget to ask because I genuinely love doing this from my heart and sharing my time and doing the things. And you guys have no idea, like the reviews and the ratings mean more than you freaking know, mean more than I knew for how much output I've been putting out. And so I'm kind of cleaning up my mess, honestly, for the last 2 years of not asking for those. And so in order to move this podcast forward in the way that I want to as a business strategy, it would mean so much if you like gave it a 5-star review, if you sent it to your friends and you said, hey, can you just rate this for a 5-star review just to get this up there? It would mean so much, so much. And if you screenshot it and tell me that that's what you did, I'm going to send you a fun little prize of which one do I want to send you? I'll ask you. We're going to pick. I have some guides and some stuff, but I kind of want to like personalize it for you guys. And actually be something that you would use instead of just like saying, hey, this is the thing that you're going to get. I have like literally, if you're watching the video, I have so many. So if you message me, screenshot, and then you tell me like where you're at right now, I'm going to like think of what's best for you. And then I'll send you like a fun little custom prize because it means a lot. And this feels vulnerable to ask. So you do that, send it to your friends, make a little pod, get our ratings up there. It means so much. So thank you. And I love you. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.